Life Unrehearsed, brought to you by Lianas Senior Transition Support, helping you navigate home care and senior residences.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Life Unrehearsed. Matt Del Vecchio, specializing in life transitions, elder care planning, and the senior living industry. Coming up on a special edition of Life Unrehearsed, today, February 4th, is World Cancer Day. That's the reason to start the show off with a little Don't Stop Believin' from Journey. We have a jam-packed show lined up for you to celebrate our fight against cancer, including the introduction of an award-winning app providing local resources and support. We'll also be hearing from the president and CEO of the McGill University Health Center Foundation. And on the second half of the show, we'll be talking to a prominent Montreal doctor specializing in breast cancer. And we'll wrap it up with an inspiring gentleman fighting through throat cancer. Well, thank you for tuning in today. I hope you're enjoying your chilly Saturday afternoon. Hang in there. We got another few more hours. Should be getting better tomorrow, and it has been a little chilly. We're going to try to warm you up with today's show. And as mentioned, today is World Cancer Day, and I wanted to shine some light on some amazing individuals and technologies that are helping us in the fight against cancer. First up, this story is about helping people who are dealing with cancer and helping their families as well. A team in oncology from CIUS West Central Montreal, which includes the Jewish General Hospital, has won the Prix de Cancérologie 2022 for an app called Belong, Beating Cancer Together. And this app, launched by the CIUS recently to support patients and families through their cancer trajectory. The prize from the Ministry of Health and Social Services was awarded in November to a multidisciplinary team from the Jewish General Hospital in the category of support for people affected by cancer. So, what exactly is the Belong app and how does it work? Joining us to discuss it are Dr. Gerald Battist, Director of the Siegel Cancer Center at the Jewish General Hospital, and we've got Karine Lepage, Clinical Administrative Coordinator in Medicine and Oncology at the Jewish General, and we also have Renata Bentz, Clinical Nurse Consultant in Oncology at the Jewish General. Welcome to all three of you to Life Unrehearsed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
All right. Thank you for all three of you for joining us here on a Saturday. You were all very prominent in bringing this app to market. Renata, we're going to start off with you. Can you provide us with some of the highlights of the Belong app?
Sure. Hello, Matt. Hi, everyone. Sure. The Belong app is a mobile app that existed and it's out there to support those living with cancer patients and families. And we have been privileged to, in the app, create two different pillars, both in English and in French. One, we wanted to create an area where patients and families could be supported. So it's an area where patients can chat with each other, shared lived experiences and what they're living and what they're going through. And the other is an area where family members can chat with each other. And these two areas are moderated by Hope and Cope. We know that for families and patients, getting a cancer diagnosis is never easy, either for patients or their families, and we wanted to make them feel supported. In addition to this, our second pillar was having patients be able to get all the information at the click of their fingertips, because we built an area in the files, so we made Sears-specific files for us at the Sears, which had some information that's related only to the JGH, but other information that's reliable information, easy to find. It's tools that empowers patients and families on self-care. We talk about symptom management. There's videos, reliable websites, useful for patients throughout the whole cancer care trajectory and helpful for family members really to help them navigate this experience. And we wanted patients and families to have the information because we know that patients and families who are supported, who have information, are in better control of their symptoms and have better outcomes.
Absolutely. And there is a ton of information and support in this app, which is called Belong, Beating Cancer Together. I've downloaded it, and it is very impressive. Karine, I want to bring it over to you. Bring us a little bit of a background. How did it get developed?
So we decided really to adapt it to our patient population needs. So we invited patient partners and clinicians from the multidisciplinary team to to identify their needs and priorities. And then we really developed and adapt the app to the population with cancer in Montreal.
It makes a lot of sense, and you'll see they've got these support groups, chat groups, and very informative, and you don't feel like an island, like on your own on an island. And Dr. Battis, I want to bring you into this. I'd love to get your perspective, and what is the value of this app, say, from a medical perspective?
Thank you very much. As Renata suggested, there's actually data that tells us that better informed, better supported patients ultimately do better. And so our patients, rather than having to go to Dr. Google to get information, now have access to curated sources, more reliable information. And that ultimately also will take them to opportunities, different opportunities for therapeutic options, including clinical trials. So ultimately, this is meant to make life better, more supported, and also prolong the lives of our patients.
And I think when we were talking off air, you even said things like improving visits to emergency. This app might even help with that?
Yes, Matt. What we saw when we launched the app, we had gotten patients' feedback and wanted to know how this impacted them and if it was useful for them and if it was easy to use. And from the patients who we surveyed with our questionnaires, they had 57% had said that this information in the app, specifically related to symptom management, helped them prevent the visit to the emergency room. So we dug a little deeper in our questionnaire and asked, like, specifically which ones they were affected by, and it was tip sheets on nausea, vomiting, shortness of breath, pain, that 57% prevented a visit to the emergency room. We also heard from our patients that 88% found that it was really easy to use, and family members and patients really appreciated having all the information in one area. So within a few clicks that they're able to get the information easily accessible, and they're able to use it. We know that to date we have over 300 users, and we have, when the patients have told us that they prefer to also have the option of seeing it on the computer screen, we put it on our website, our Seagull Cancer Center website, so they can see a web view. And since we did that in October, or end of October, we've had over 250 views. Nice. So we know we're getting to some of our patient population, but this is open and free for every patient, every family member along any part of their cancer care trajectory.
You're listening to Life Unrehearsed, Matt Del Vecchio, and today is World Cancer Day, and we're talking about an award-winning app called Belong, Beating Cancer Together. Very, very simple app. Makes a lot of sense. I encourage you to download it. Karine, we're already running out of time, but can you tell our listeners how we could download the app?
So please download the app at cancer.belong.life, and don't forget to join our community by using the password CCOMTL.
All right. So again, you just simply have to look up in your app store, Belong, Beating Cancer Together. I want to thank all three of you for joining us here on a Saturday afternoon, and congratulations. It is an award-winning app from the CIUS, and you've done a ton of work behind the scenes, and let's see this thing take off.
Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you. That's Dr. Gerald Battis, Karen Lepage, and Renata Benz from the Jewish General Hospital. And all of them were really instrumental in bringing this app to market. It's called Belong, Beating Cancer Together. All right. Coming up on Life Unrehearsed, we're going to have Julie Kenville, the president and CEO of the McGill University Health Center Foundation, to provide us with an insider's view of how your generous donations are making a big difference in the fight against cancer. Now let's hear from the CJD Traffic Center with Jill Fitzgerald.